Hello guys, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program and my mission to get to the Moon. So, one thing I want to get straight down and make a point on is I tried doing some recording on this earlier on today, and this is why my science points up here are slightly different. The game crashed partway through recording, so I had to take, when I do cuts sometimes I stop recording and start recording again when I need to. For whatever reason in this game, when I do that, it crashes every so often, and when it does that, it corrupts my entire video save that I'd just done. So in this general case, I'd done about 10 minutes worth, I'd completed some science modules. It wasn't too much, it was just some stuff on the landing pad that I hadn't done before. And unfortunately, it, like I said, crashed the game and then corrupted the entire save. So I couldn't even pick up from where I left off. So that means I have to do this all over again. Well, halfway through anyway. I try and keep my videos about 20 minutes long. But yeah. So getting on to one of the things that I was doing, if we go into the research and development area, there's some that I totally forgot about. I think you were explained to me when I first started in. If you go to the science archives here, you get Vernon von Kerman, and this is gives you all the list of all the different kind of crew reports, EVA reports, and stuff that your material study that you've done from which ones you've actually done before, and then which ones you haven't done. So in the general sense, if we click on Kerban here, as you can see, it says 14 science reports found out of a total of 14. But if we start going into a bit more detail, so like situational, it says 2 science reports found out of a total of 14. So that means there's actually more to do around, or let's say on Kerbin flying high, which is in the upper atmosphere, and then flying low in the lower atmosphere, and then actually landed. And all these give you science, and science is what you need, obviously, to unlock the next area. But if you see how close I am to getting the next technology, I'm 0.2 points off. That happens. But I don't know which one I'm going to go for, but I'll come back to that when I get there. So we're just going to go in and try and get to the... I think I want to get to the atmosphere, because I want to use one of the particular modules that's in this game, which is called the SC9001 Science Junior. And this is how you get some more science as well. So it's not only just the goo, a mysterious goo, you can actually use this as well. And it gives you a decent bit of science. I mean, I did this on the launch pad and I got like 20 odd, not 20 odd science, I think I got about 10 science, which was ridiculous. Another thing I want to point out is I had a nice little comment from Scott Wright, who said, in the vehicle assembly building, you can look at the centre of mass and the centre of lift. Have the centre of lift below the centre of mass to prevent the spinning, i.e. put bigger fins on the back of the rocket, not the front. So that was a good comment, and I really thank you, Scott, for at least spending the time to watch my video, which would be great, and also give me some feedback and some helpful tips. I do really appreciate it, and thank you very much. And there's a shout out for you as well, so it's like a win-win for everyone. And again, I do appreciate stuff like this, and if I see a really good comment that I do like, then I will put it up. Even if it's a negative comment, I'll put it up. It's something which again helps me grow, and it helps me get better at what I do. But right, yes, so where do we need to get on with now? So we need to make a new pod. Now, one thing I'm going to do straight away is get rid of Bill and put Nancy in. We've tried to keep with what Scott said about making sure the centre of lift is below the centre of mass. I tried designing a rocket that was actually quite tall, that the general mass was a lot higher up, and actually only had a few extra rockets at the bottom, but which were quite small. It seemed to go well at first, and this is one of the ones where it's just going backwards and forwards and trying to get the exact design, and that's why I decided to put the fins as we get to the bottom of the ship at 45-degree angles to each other, and then have the rockets adjacent in between those fins. And hopefully it's going to work. I don't know if it will or will not. It's just one of those ones where I need to now get into space and then start using the science pod that comes on this particular rocket itself to get there. If not, it means going back to the drawing boards and at least trying again with something else in particular. But hopefully it's one of those ones where first time round it just works and you don't have to really go back. Now I was an hour and if I wanted to use the Thumper rockets in this general case here. One of the main reasons why I was an hour is the fact that once you turn them on, you can't turn them off. And that's one of the things I went a bit backwards and forwards with thinking, do I want to use them or do I not? Because at least with the other rockets, with the swivel rocket and the I think it's Reliant, you can actually adjust how much force is being developed. But with these rockets, you just hit go, and that's it. You end up flinging up in the air. But we'll see how it goes anyway. As you can see, I made quite a few bits and adjustments here and there. But yeah, hopefully to succeed. Wish me luck, guys. So here we are. All the stages are correct. I'm going to make sure we have SCS on. We also want to make sure we don't go too quickly, too fast too quickly. So, you ready, Nancy? I think we are. So let's get the show on the road. Because these can't be slowed down. Yep, so there we go. See, it's already starting to spin, and I'm not sure why, because it's trying to compensate. Oh, this is going to end up not well. Let's revert flight. It's really weird to get this exactly right, because like I say, if you go too fast too quickly, then you'll end up with this situation where it's like, yeah, you're going to blow up. So I think I might switch this around from the thumper rockets. Let's go to vehicle assembly. Let's try this again. So if we get rid of these and replace them with these, this might work better for me. I'll make sure we have 2 of them. So I want to definitely be mirrored on each side. And then we'll get 2 more fuel, and then we'll have the rockets underneath. And again, we'll use the Reliant ones. Safe measure. And then on top of that, we will use the aerodynamic bubble. And again, does the same kind of thing. So this should be a quick fix, hopefully. Just double check the center of lift there. So it's there, compared to the center of mass, which is a lot further up. But the issue is, like I said, if you have the center of mass too far down, then you get into a scenario where it's like... let's try and see if we can have these higher up then. Will that work? The centre of mass is a lot higher now, which is good. So it should stop the spin. Because the way it's going to work is your thrust pushes it down, which you can see the orange bit here. And then the mass itself is trying to pull it down. So it's going to pull it at its tip. So if the central lift is higher, then it's going to lift it up and then flip it. And that's why obviously it always spins out. So let's try that one then. Anyway, it always flips towards the heavy part as well, so I don't know if I should have this on the opposite side, but it's a bit hard, especially when you've got this way here. So it might be worth a good idea turning this a bit round. Oh, no. Oh, I buggered that up. Oh, hold on. Will that work? Let's try that way. So at least it should balance itself out. Stability is a big thing here. So, yep. Those fire off. These 2 fire. Right, let's go. Take 2. Oh, I don't want the whole idea of me just catting into space at most of the time. Right. So this time we can actually control how much thrust we'd be dealing, which is good. Go. So a bit slow start, but that's fine. SCS is on. We'll put RCS, but again, I don't think it really does much at the moment. But as you can see, it's starting to... Is it tilting? Yeah, see what I mean? It's doing it already, and I'm not even going that fast. Why is it doing that? That does not make no sense. You Finns, you're useless, do you know that? You're absolutely a pile of crap. It's working so far. Let's just see what happens. If it's just because I've got the rockets on the sides and that's what's causing the flip, then that is just ridiculously stupid. But this is going quite straight up at the moment, and there's no... Well, it's going to one side off, but... Again, it's just the weight. So if you have something too much on one side, it's going to spin out. But I think as there's less air resistance and less gravity, then it works better. I'm trying to just counteract this at the moment just by spinning it this way. There we go. So we're doing okay. We're not too bad. We're into the medium part of the atmosphere. Just want to spin around this way. I just want to go off that way if we can. No. No. We've gone. God damn it. Oh, No, no, no. Why did I cut it? There we go. Get up. Just get up into the atmosphere. Right, is that going to get me into space? I think so. We'll see. As soon as I get past this bit and I'm into space, then that's what I want. Alright, that should work better. Where are we at now? 57. I think we're going to get into space. We're going to be alright. Where are we now? Well, we're not in orbit really just yet. Can't hear the music, so I've just got to wait a bit more. It's, I think, round about here, and this is when you know you're out of the atmosphere. Let's try it. Observe Mystery Goo. Or Mystery Bay. Ah, yeah, there we go. 22 science. Raffled air has caused interesting changes to the gel samples. Fair enough. And then we also want to do this. There's nothing really worthwhile now. Let's crew report. No, nothing worth from that one. So we've done 2. We've got to keep this one. So we can review the data and you can transmit it, but you lose. You get so much less value. And it's also inoperable after transmitting. So we're just going to need to watch this. Okay, so I think we're in a good position here. Recruit reports this situation well. That's not useful, is it? And we can't EVA because we don't have the ability yet. And mysterious goo. We could keep that. I mean, it's better than nothing. So we're going to go back down. And hopefully reduce the speed as we're going to come in with this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hopefully land in one piece. The thing is, especially when I'm landing in the mountain range here, so I could end up in a couple of pieces. Right, so I think we need to eject this. Get rid of that. Should slow us down a bit, hopefully. Come on. Slow down enough. Slow down enough. Slow down enough. Slow down enough. Please, 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 please. Ah, crap. Ah, bollocks. Ah, I'm too high up. God fucking damn it. More fuel might work? I don't know. We'll figure it. Let's try this again then and see if we can get up there in one piece. Actually, what I want to do is make sure I have some more parachutes, I think. Just to help out. Let's put it on this side. There we go. Alright, let's go again. Video. Oh, God. Right, well, we're definitely into space now, which is very useful. We're back where we got to. So let's conduct this. 22 science. And again, I don't think the mystery school worked that well up here. Because we've already got quite a lot of points, but... Ooh. Nice. Actually, it's a lot more points than previously, so we'll definitely take that. So what I need to do is make sure I save enough fuel for when I'm coming back in, because that's when I'm going to start potentially burning up. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to get to 90,000, I'm going to come flying back down, but I probably may want to watch what I'm doing. So this becomes like the centre of which direction you're going in, so the little 3 arrows, or 3 lines from the circle indicates the direction you're travelling in. Or the direction of propulsion in this case for my... Okay. Oh. Ooh, hello. Can I do a crew report? Does that work? A crew report? Oh, I don't know what it is. It just says entering blah blah blah, but I didn't know what I have to do for it. Get these. There we go. That should fall down, and I think we're safe. Well, we're going to be landing on a side, but I think that'll work. Wow. So we might actually get some more science points after this. So it's surprising, a straight rocket on its own seems to work better than actually having more rockets surrounding the main fuselage, which I'm not used to. Again, before the main 1.0 release and the releases afterwards, it was all about you needed loads of rockets to get your ship up there, but as they've changed the physics and whatnot, it's a bit more weirder. This is going to take me a bit of time to get down. So we're about landed. Let's just see if this stays intact. I really need this science bit here to stay intact. And I think it has. Sweet. And can I EVA out? Oh, I can. SES disengaged. EVA report. This is the most precarious situation. Yes, I think it is actually for you, Nancy. Let's get you back inside. Let's not let all the water in so you drowned. Where the hell did we end up? So that's an island off the... That's not the coast, is it? That's an island. Island off the main body. And that's where the main space station is. Oh no, it's there. So we're a bit of distance away. Right, let's recover. And that should give us quite... Yes, 84. Get in. Very nice indeed. And we recovered some parts as well, so we got some more money back. She gained no reputation for that, even though I think for the amount of science she got, I would say that's definitely worthwhile doing. Right. We need to get into here, don't we? Research and development. Now, what do I want to do? Because I've got 45 science points I can spend. Each one's 45. And I got flight control, which will give you some more wings, but that seems more oriented towards aviation. And then you've got the basic science, which you can actually have the Sputnik command module, which is unmanned, so you can just send it up. It requires electric charge. The only issue with these latest ones is these batteries will run out after a certain amount of time. And then what else we got? We've got some general construction. So we've got TT-18 launch stabilizer enhancers, brand decoupler, brand adapter, fuselage, and then we've got some more rockets. Ooh, we've got actually a bigger fuel tank. That might work better. And then a smaller rocket. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go for advanced rocketry because I can get this, and I think it's okay. So what do we get? We get the FUD liquid fuel engine, we get the Terrier, and the FTL. And this is like double the size of the one that I've got already. Fuel tank. So research that, and then this gives us access to when we get to 90 points. External fuel ducts, fuel tank, which is double the size of what we just unlocked, and then all these other fuel tanks as well, which I think are bigger. And then also we can go for the Poodle liquid engine at some point. Nice. So this top part seems more about fuel, and then the middle part's about construction itself or fuselage stuff, and the bottom's all about your equipment. So it's like your electrical equipment and whatever else. Right. Well, I think I'm going to leave this here for this time round. I do apologise for the amount of times I probably crashed and had to revert back. It was one of those ones when I first said that I wasn't going to do it. It was more like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to go back. So if I crash, I crash. But the issue is, money plays a big part in this. And if I don't revert back, then I'm just going to go bust straight away. And that would be probably not a good idea. But I hopefully can start completing some more missions now. So do we have some more? No, not yet. But I think once I've completed some as well. So I'm going to try and focus on getting some of these done. And then it should unlock more more stuff. I actually should have done that one. Oh, it's altitude 3600. Yeah, so that's really far out, that one. Wow. Right. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you've liked the video, then a like would much appreciate. A thumbs up. If you have any more hints or tips, then please generally leave them in the comments below, just like Scott Wright did. He put a nice comment up, and I'm more than fair enough. If you give me a good comment, I'll put it up and I'll show it in the video. Because any comments that help me out, I do appreciate. If you want to check out the videos I'm doing right now, then hit the eye in the top right there. Give it a nice little click, and I'll see the videos and other content I'm doing on my channel. And if you really want to help me out, and my goal to get to 200 subscribers, and again, I would be really appreciative of it if you could. Then by all means, subscribe to my channel, and I've got something lined up for it. And I do want to get to it as soon as possible, just to be able to show it off instead of me just waiting around. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye. Yeah, like that. I feel kind of screwed now. Oh, God damn it. How can it back up?